One thing is this today and these past 2 weeks, it has been crazy hot.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? To me, this isn't even that hot because I'm used to the Bahama summer.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, Bahama summer, that's at least tropical.
it's,
You're
but
at
it's
least
hot,
you're going
bro.
to the beach though. It's like
I mean, maybe you're going to the beach.
yeah.
It's hot, bro. Bahamas.
But you're not like in like a city with a bunch of buildings and shit, right?
Well, if you're in Nassau, yeah. Or sometimes you're just on a ship. I mean, it's just hot, dude. I'm in dress clothes.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm in dress pants.
That's so messed up to make you wear dress pants.
Yeah.
That is like cruel and unusual.
Dude,
punishment.
it's so hot out there when you instantly pour sweat. Like, not even the Bahamas is hot. I'm not gonna lie, but you could get a little hotter where it's unbearable. Is down by Honduras,
Oh yeah. Well, it's like equator.
Roatan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have air conditioning. It's a poor country. You know, well, the part I go to is poor. I don't know about everything, but so you go to their immigration office, you got to wait there for 2.5 hours on like the 5th floor with no air.
Oh man.
Dude, and you're in your dress clothes for the damn, you're signing off the ship
Wow.
or whatever.
Yeah. You can't drink the water.
You're just pouring sweat. There is no water to drink.
Wow.
You have no choices. You have a guy that comes, picks you up, takes you directly there. You're not, when you land in Honduras, the immigration office it's not in the airport like a lot of these places. So a guy will pick you up in a hot ass van. You're waiting outside for like an hour for the other flight to land, and just in the direct sunlight, and then it's pouring sweat, and then he picks you up, takes you in a van. Then you go wait in this immigration office that's like 5 by 5 foot room with like 12 people in it, all elbow to elbow.
Oh my god.
It's so hot in Honduras, dude, and Aruba. Those places are just like, this shit ain't nothing compared to that, to be honest with you.
Well, at least here there is AC. You duck into a store, you know you're gonna be set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not just like in a hot ass kitchen or somewhere.
Yeah, they don't have AC over there because these places aren't making money to where they're trying to afford AC.
Wow.
But, I mean, New York, the thing that bothers me with New York is when I have to wear nice clothes. Like, if I know I'm doing a show, I don't perform in shorts.
Yeah.
So it's like that type of heat. At least on the cruise ship, I'm in air conditioning.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you go outside for that. There's times when you have to go outside to, like, go eat lunch and things like that. You have to walk across from the outside. That's when you feel that heat.
But it's crazy is because you go to these tropical countries and it's like you're dying of heat and you're like exhausted, sweating, and you just see these old guys that are just like they've lived here their entire life.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just used to it.
Drinking hot coffee.
Yeah, they're drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes in
And
like 120 degree heat.
Dude, you'll see these people with jackets on.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you?
I remember being in like Thailand or Cambodia or something, and you're just seeing these old guys just squatting by the side of the road, smoking a cigarette. Right, not in the shade or nothing. Just like heat, sun pouring down. They're in the, it's like shooting dice or something, middle of the day. And it's like, man, this dude has never drank water his entire life, and he's like just fine.
Yeah.
It's all just about being used to it, I guess.
It's a lot of those cab drivers. They'll be in jeans and a nice button up,
Yep.
but they'll have their toes out.
Yeah. Or they got sandals on.
It's like your feet keep you. Maybe they just adjust the temperature better.
It's a sandal culture. Well, I've always heard about people who grew up in this, because I grew up, Bay Area. It's not like California weather, so it is pretty mild. But like people who grew up in the South and like Mississippi or something, and like upper class Mississippi, where they're like a Southern gentleman kind of guy, where it's like you grow up, you're always wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Like a real seersucker
One
suit.
of those hats.
With a hat, and it's like you got a little handkerchief.
Yep.
Those guys, they get used to just, because, it's like 120 degrees outside and humid, but you still are supposed to wear that full suit on. The trick is that they always say is that like the reason why people in New York get like all sweaty and fucked up is that they're always trying to move fast. You're thinking like, oh, it's hot outside. I got to get to the subway extra fast because I don't want to be outside.
Yeah.
That Southern guy is like, no, I'm going to walk super slow.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to sweat.
That makes
Then
sense.
your body maintains like a cool temperature because you're wearing a white suit outside and you're drinking like a mint julep or something.
No, dude, that definitely makes sense, man.
But I mean, you could tell me that. I'm still running. I'm just like, I'm trying to get the fuck out.
I was gonna say I'm always hurrying at night. And last night I'm like, what the hell am I hurrying for?
Yeah. Well, you know in your head you're about to get inside air conditioning, so it's like I can't. Yeah, it's unbearable.
I've had this air running all day.
That's not bad.
It's not cold in here.
Still, I mean, when you go outside right now, this feels pretty cold.
Yeah, and once you get down in like the at least the thing that I could deal with here is I don't get bit by mosquitoes really when I'm out in New York.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you're down like you were talking those places, they wear them suits to
Mhm.
keep the damn mosquitoes off them.
Yeah.
You need a 3-piece.
Well, it's like you're in the swamp.
Yeah, and those Texas
It's all
people,
wet.
they are real respectful with that suit on.
It is. It's a good. It's one of those things. It's like you see Colonel Sanders or something, and it's like, oh, that's a put together man. I don't want to know his politics. I'm sure he has some views I don't agree with, but like he does look crisp.
But the thing is with Colonel Sanders, it's like, would you ever eat fried chicken in a suit? It's like, that's not a suit food.
Well, that's another part of being a Southern gentleman. It's like eating barbecue and not spilling on yourself.
Right.
If I couldn't even like eat Chinese food with a white shirt on, because I know I'm gonna spill a little bit.
Right.
I'm gonna get a little bit of red sauce on me. But like, no, if you could really be a Southern, an old time good old boy with like a suit on, eating a big ass,
crispy.
the big rib.
Yeah.
The rib with the
rib?
sauce on it.
Yeah.
And shit, and it's like you tuck in the napkin into your shirt.
Yeah.
Then afterwards you just go like this a couple times and you're out.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not all like worried about, do you have water?
Yeah. Well, you gotta get one of those little lemon bowls for your fingers.
Yeah, those guys drink like sweet tea, where it's like iced tea with like a gallon of sugar in it.
Yep.
That's the life right there.
That is. One day I'm gonna be living it, dude. I could see if I get some money, dude. I'm going down somewhere where there's a lot of land, and dude, I'm just gonna eat fried chicken.
Yeah. Well,
Straight
you're
up.
also like, it's a driving culture too. So you're just in your car, driving around, listening to talk radio.
I can't stand
Blaming the
these people
immigrants.
that whip around their cars. These young guys, like if I'm there, I'm driving slow. I'm cruising.
Yeah, I agree. I think once you get older, you realize that it's really not like, you get the thrill of driving fast, but it is like, no, I paid for this car. Let me savor this a little bit.
And it's like, does the passenger enjoy being knocked around?
Yeah.
Hitting turns at 30.
Well, if you're gonna whip around like that, it's like you better at least have a nice car, a nice suspension. Yeah. It's like when you're in somebody's like Hyundai, and they're like whipping corners and shit. You're just
Well,
who's this fun
also,
for?
if you have a shitty car and you're whipping around, it's like that dude did something wrong. But if you have a nice car and you're whipping around, it's like, man, that dude, he's really cool right now.
Remember the first time I was in somebody's like a real sports car?
Yeah.
Just like a real BMW, some Italian shit.
Yeah.
And somebody's actually on the freeway doing this.
Yeah.
And they're like zipping around. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I understand the appeal. I wouldn't do it myself because it's pretty dangerous, but when you have a car like that can really hug corners, it's like you do want to do some shit.
Them Italians love BMWs.
Yep.
Guess it's a good car. 500 series.
Yeah, it's high quality.
Gotta be a 500.
Mm-hmm. Ford versus Ferrari.
What so what I don't know what the hell I was gonna even say just now. Oh yeah, what about your trip? We didn't even get to discuss it. I don't even know what Oregon's like.
That's nice. It's like Pacific Northwest. Everything is like big, lots of trees and greenery and stuff everywhere. It's real lush. Right now it's like heat wave, so it's kind of rough.
Hotter than it is here?
No, it's about the same, but it's there. It's like they're not used to it as much. They get heat, but they don't get like this kind of heat. So it is just like you could kind of feel people. It's oppressive.
Is there like oxes there, or is that just the video game?
Nah, it's not like Oregon Trail. It's just more like hippies and stuff. People riding bikes and shit around. Yeah.
Bicycles.
Yeah. And it's a lot of like, well, it rains like 8 months out of the year there.
Damn.
So it's like,
is it by Seattle?
Yeah, it's right by Seattle. So it's like you can feel like the air retains that kind. Even when it's not raining, it still feels like it just rained.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up a quick trip to Alaska from there. It would have been easy.
Yeah.
Couple
See,
$100.
that's your mentality of like, oh, I'm already there. I'm going to go on a second trip. It's like, I'm not doing that. Even if I could do that, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I was just hanging out with my parents playing card games and stuff. When's the last time you learned how to play a card game that you never played before?
I haven't.
So you were like a little kid?
Blackjack, actually. I went to a casino with a guy that's like, he was a pro blackjack.
Oh, to actually learn the method. But I mean, like, you get like Uno or something.
No.
You never played Uno?
I mean, I played Uno. Last game I learned was maybe Speed when I was 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to learn Spades, but it's like, man, these
Oh,
guys,
it's tough.
they want to fight you.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, the tables are moving, people are running around.
Spades is a highly technical game, too.
And you have to be you have to run around the room
You got
a
to
lot.
go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a moment at the end where, like, you get to, like, declare victory. in
People
Spades.
bust out laughing extremely loud at weird times.
I mean, it's like a jail game.
It is.
It's a game where, like, you at the end of this, it's like we're fighting.
You should see the cops on these ships watching people play spades. They don't know if they're having a good time or what's going on.
Well, it's a very, like, same thing with dominoes. You ever played dominoes?
No.
There is, like, you've seen it, though. I mean, like,
there's different levels of dominoes.
The way dominoes ends, it's just the same way as spades ends, where you slam the table.
The way I used to play dominoes was I'd set up a bunch of them, hit one, right?
Correct.
But there's the other version that you see.
Well, you see the
gambling,
Dominican guys.
What are they
like,
doing?
I mean, it's
Just some Dominican shit?
I mean, no, it is like you count the dots on the outside of the thing, and the dots have to add up to 5 or 10. So you're trying to, like, add them up. So it's like it's crazy to me because you see dominoes being this, like, kind of old construction worker game, but it's like a highly, like, mathematical kind of game.
Wow.
A lot of very technical skill going on. But it is also the kind of game where it's like you do play it for fun and you can gamble, but it is, like, aggressive.
Yeah.
It's the kind of aggressive game where, like, when you beat somebody, they really feel bad.
Yeah, I used to watch them play on the Upper West Side. They all played over there in the parks when I'd walk dogs. I had a break.
Yeah,
You
you
just sit there and
walking
play.
through my neighborhood at like 3 a.m, the barbershop. Just all these old guys playing dominoes. But no, I was like, every time I'm hanging out with my parents and, like, my nephew, brother, and his wife, they always try to, like, teach me a new game. It's some new board game they just got.
Yeah.
But they've been playing it for, like, 6 months.
They
So
know all the
they're all
rules.
pros and they know all the strategies. So they
Yeah.
have to keep trying to explain the game to, like, me and my mother, and we're both like, I can kind of get it after a while, but it's like if you don't understand the mechanics of, like, playing Monopoly or something, it's like it's not fun.
Right.
The entire game, I'm trying to ask questions and everybody's getting mad. There's a certain point in your life where it's like maybe I've just learned too many games at this point.
But that we need to go back to stuff like that. Like, everybody's in their phones, right? We broke out a board game. We played Monopoly. It's family time for 4 hours. This game, it goes on forever.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's pulling out their phone. Because, dude, I was looking around with my family. Everybody was in their phone.
Oh, yeah. Now, my family is, like, board games all day and shit. We're playing cards.
Yeah, you got to get that time in.
Yeah, it's a lot of, like, it's very wholesome.
I'm getting sick of looking at my phone, dude, just scrolling. I was addicted for the longest. I think I'm over it.
Well, it's like we were talking about before we started. It's like you've been through the highs and lows of it. Well, there's nothing, once you've gone viral a few times, it's like you don't get the same brain rush anymore.
Yeah.
That first couple times it happened, it's like a slot machine.
Even
where
looking
you're hearing this, you're seeing the little thing spin up.
But even looking at other people's shit. But it is like that. When I first went viral, dude, I couldn't stop. I checked my phone every 3 seconds.
That's how you end up with this fucking shiner on your face.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think this is what did it for me.
Yeah.
I need AA for my phone, dude. I couldn't get out of I did it again, dude, though. I was walking last night. I was watching a video on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And, yep, dude, I didn't fall or anything, but I walked right out in front of a car. I had to catch myself. I'm like, dude, I'm being stupid.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, like, the thing about going viral is it's like this big moment. I've only had it a couple times, but it's like you're watching this, the little hearts pop up, and it's like this, you're in your head, like, this is it. This is the big one. I'm finally the man. But it's like you are at the same time. It's like it's quiet in your room.
Yeah.
You're just by yourself in your room.
Yeah.
You're not actually doing it. You're just laying in bed, just like,
But you get that.
refreshing it.
You'll get that one inbox from a girl that kind of likes you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she'll never follow through with the plans, but it's enough to make you say, "Oh, that's worth making another video."
It's exciting, but no, I mean, of course, but it's like, imagine you're at the level where you've gone viral like 100 times.
Yeah.
And it's like, none of this shit, you don't get that same rush
I
anymore.
probably went viral 100 times.
I mean, like viral, like Jake Paul viral.
Oh, I mean, the most I got was 10 million views, but when you talk to people, they're like, yeah, 10 million views can change your life. I'm like, no, it can't. I got that fucking 7 times in a row. I
Yeah,
hit
but
10
it's
million
like,
views.
I mean, someone like, those like Jake Paul, Mr. Beast types.
You need like, I think like 100. I think honestly 50 million is viral.
Even if those guys get 50 million, though, it doesn't even feel good.
Right.
Because it's like, I've done this shit before.
Yeah.
It's like, you've been dating this girl for 2 years. And you have sex with her. And it's like, all right, we've been together for a while.
What do you
this
think?
isn't like a thrill.
Do you think there's an actual number to where it's like, oh, your life is different now? Like 150 million?
I mean, whatever. You get paid for it. It's
Yeah.
like money's money. So it's like, it's not like it doesn't count for anything. But it's like, I think the thing about changing your life is that it's all about how you react to it in your head. Because like that rush you get, it's almost just like doing drugs. That rush you got the first time you hit that million.
Yeah.
You're never going to feel that again. Because it's a diminishing returns from there.
Yeah.
Everything is always going to, even if you hit 50 million the next day, it's like you're still not going to get to that top rush. That's how you end up drinking.
And well, the difference for me is I get that rush. Like, I used to have that rush when I was like 15 and I'd steal a little bit of liquor and nobody know I'm drunk.
Uh-huh.
But now, like right now, I have to force myself to drink a drink. Like, I'm like, dude, I have to look at it. It's like, dude, I don't want to do this shot right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it's that.
Just how many shots have you had in your life?
Right.
This is going to be different than the last time.
Yeah, you kind of get sick of it.
It's not the same. I mean, like, this is how people go crazy. You end up like, Well,
then you start looking for new shit to give you that rush.
Exactly. That's how you end up doing MMA.
Or you'll be
you're
at
fucking out of shape.
Asian massage spot 4 a.m.
Even that, though, I mean, like, it's just like my Thailand video. How many fucking hand jobs can you get? You've been through this before. I mean, like, maybe you got caught a couple times and maybe what's going to happen, but it's like, it's not that exciting.
Right.
Yeah, you've been through this. You pay the girl and then you got to run to your car.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, you get back to your house and you have to go to sleep. And it's like that thing, within 20 minutes, you're already, what's next?
Yeah.
That's how you end up like, going to Brazil, doing some wild shit.
You get that adrenaline rush.
Favela. Well, I think like physical danger, that's more, I think, stimulating than like, anything that's going to happen to your phone.
Yeah.
If you're the type of guy, there are some guys who do want to go out and like
just fight
somebody. I'm not even going to fight one guy. I'm going to fight 3 guys tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see if I can get out of this. But it's like once you start chasing it, you can never chase it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Once you chase that thing, it's like you're never going to get there.
I'll tell you, I get my high from acting on camera now. Like creating the video gives me the high. When before creating it was the work and posting it was the high.
Yeah. Acting is like it's like a spiritual thing. You get to actually like you're in the moment.
Yeah.
And you're actually like, putting your heart into it. But it's all anything. There's nothing you're going to look at on your phone that's actually going to like change your
I remember one time I had somebody stole my car back in the day, like stole it. It was so crazy out there. They literally stole it right from my building. Like, and the thing was we had cameras, but I don't know how. Somehow they didn't get this on camera. Maybe it was just out of range or whatever. And it was a Ford Explorer. And the thing was, like, I guess those things are extremely easy to steal. Like, when you look it up, you could steal one of those in like 2 seconds with a screwdriver. So the cop, though, because it was in a good neighborhood, he like thought I had something to do with it. And, dude, I remember the adrenaline rush and like detectives meeting with me. They're coming into my work. They're all serious.
Cops will do it to you.
Yeah.
If you ever really want to get that rush going, deal with the police.
Yeah, the
in a hostile way.
detectives, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking, he had a suit jacket, tinted out Cherokee. He's got pictures of me and other people.
He's in your kitchen.
Yeah,
with his shoes on.
Well, he picked me up. It's always the calming voice. He's like, Dominic. When they say your name, you're like, what's wrong? He's like, this is Detective Danielson. We're outside your work right now.
Wow.
And then you go there and they're there. Your work people know. They're looking at you weird.
Wow. plain clothes.
I had detectives pull me out a couple times. One time I went for a job interview at a Italian restaurant, and I put in my job application, and they came right to my school and arrested me. Somebody beat up a girl with a baseball bat and robbed her, and they thought it was me. And they had the description of the guy, like 6'4", red hair and freckles. And I'm laughing. They held me in jail when they have the description.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but he put in an application there right the same time it happened. But they arrested me in school for that, and literally took me right to jail. Like some of these cops, And then the thing is, when the cops are wrong, they just take you out. They just
my bad.
yeah. It's like, well, I was in jail for a day and a half.
You can go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could get arrested for something, and you are innocent until proven guilty. But it's like, no, I still got to be in jail for the next year while I'm waiting trial.
I had a buddy of mine steal condoms once. I get arrested. He knew the guy stole them. And then my buddy goes, listen, Dom had nothing to do with this. I just took them. He's like, I just used him here for the ride. And the cops he's like, okay, well, you could go. He's like, I'm calling your parents. He's like, I don't believe him for a second. You're putting him up to it. Because I was a year older than him.
Wow.
But I was, I was 17. He was 16.
This guy's fucking.
Right.
I know, you ain't fucking.
Yeah. You ain't fucking. That's one thing.
That's funny.
I got banned from all the Giant Eagles.
Well, like, cops, they deal with, like, because that, like, adrenaline rush, they're dealing with people like that all day long.
Yeah.
Nobody is ever calm dealing with the police. Even if you're acting calm, internally, you are like,
Yeah.
Even if you're innocent, it's still like a very nerve-wracking thing to deal with.
Yeah, it is. And it always seems worse when you're at a car wash. I worked at a car wash. Anytime a detective's talking to you and you wash cars for a living, it's like, I just feel like I'm already guilty, dude. Of course I did it. I washed cars.
Well, you're used to moving around and like wiping stuff off.
Yeah.
And so you're already kind of like
yeah,
doing the left to right.
Yeah.
Even cops, though, I feel like, I'm not like, politically, I would never be a police officer. I feel like it's not something I'd want to be a part of. But I definitely feel like of all like the dumb guy jobs that anybody can get,
oh yeah,
cops are like, it's not going to be boring.
Right.
You always got shit to do. It's always going to be different. Something weird's always going to be happening.
And you could be dumb and get respect.
There's that, but there's also like, there's never just a regular day at the office. And you go to if you're working at the car wash, there's going to be 90% of your days you're just washing cars, talking to people. But it's like, no, if you're a police officer, at least once a day you're seeing something wild.
Yep.
At least.
Or like you got some girls that want to wear your hat and take pictures.
Yeah.
Cops are only cool when they're big and tall with tattoos.
Yeah.
You see these little cops, dude. It's like it just makes you look even smaller.
Yeah. Well, it's the pants that make you look small.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your waist is still low.
And everything's tiny on
This guy's wearing little boy pants.
Yeah.
The top is kind of big.
Yeah.
But the waist is low, and then the pants are like, yeah, this dude's wearing like 24 pants.
Firefighters, cops, when they're small, the only person that looks cool when they're small is criminals. You see a small criminal, it's like, man, that dude's little.
Well, you see like a little Mexican dude who's in like a gang.
Right.
And he's got like a wife beater on.
And he's just tiny.
Like
about 90 pounds.
Yeah, this dude's 5'2". He could box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, that dude's crazy. But you put him in a cop uniform, you're like, get the fuck out of my face.
Right. Yeah, gain some weight.
Yeah.
This guy looks like Felix Trinidad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to think too, because like you've gone viral before, and you know what it's like to get 10 million views on a video, and you're refreshing, and you're seeing all the likes and the DMs. Most regular people don't even have a reference for how exciting that is.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're talking to somebody who hasn't gone through it before, they're not going to understand like what it feels like to hit that wall.
Yeah.
Because eventually you do hit that wall. I think that's just why most people have so little sympathy for celebrities who like kind of go crazy, drugs, and they get cracked out, or they get like 10 kids or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, they're chasing that thrill. Even if they're not a drug addict specifically, they are still chasing the thrill of like popularity.
That's where
it's
I'm
like
lucky.
You know what it's like to be back. You do the show. It's very exciting. Everybody stand 1,000 people or something, and you go back to the hotel room, close that door. Shit is quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes people crazy.
Yeah.
You got to do that every day of your life.
I think I'm finally getting used to it. I used to be the type of guy to where after a nice show at LOL,
Yeah.
I'd have to go walk home and just remember that show.
Yeah.
Dude, now I get off stage, even if it's a great show, the only ones that still will bother me are the bad ones.
Yeah,
Really,
of
a
course.
great show, I'll smile for 5 minutes, but I'm done after that. It's like, all right,
It's
that was
still-
cool.
There's still that up and down though. That spike.
Yeah.
You know, if you could see like a chart of your heartbeats or something, it's like it's going way up, and then you're just back in a hotel room somewhere, and it's like you close that door. And hotel rooms, it's like that dead silence. It's like
And-
nothing's ever quiet like a hotel room's quiet.
And the hotel rooms I'm in aren't nice hotels. So
yeah.
it's that extra depression,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, there's like a curtain that's not even like you open it up and it's like nothing there.
It's the freeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the courtyard or something.
Yeah, dude, I stayed at one hotel, like all these hotels, when you're doing them a lot, they all look the same. They have that same, I can't stand a 76 to $130 hotel has a certain smell.
Yep.
I just hate that hotel
Well, it's
smell.
the carpet smell.
Yeah, you get to a nice hotel, it doesn't have that smell. There's like fruit there.
Mhm.
You feel better in a nice hotel.
Well, it's that like hotel like hallway where it's like super long.
Yeah.
It's just real. You got to walk all the way to the end to get to the ice machine or something.
Yep.
And it's just you're just breathing in like because that carpet's been clean. Like once something's been cleaned too many times, it just maintains whatever that certain smell.
Yep.
It's in the air. Yeah.
It's that it really bums me out, and the way the sunlight comes in, and you're just alone. See, I know if I start doing the road hardcore, I need a woman. I need one of these wives. This is something I noticed about life and marriage. At a certain point, if the marriage is successful, the woman kind of most of the time, she just kind of gives up on what she likes and just gets really involved in what the man likes.
Right.
Like if the man likes his cars, eventually that girl, she's going to get into cars. She's like, look, I want to hang out with them.
Well, she knows how to be supportive, even if she's not like into the
Yeah,
cars
that's
herself.
what it is.
Yeah.
She's supportive. And men, we're not supportive. We're like, I don't want, I'm going to decorate.
I mean, bad men aren't supportive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
but
you're
a
talking
good,
about bad people.
but
good
the
people.
average man, even if he's a good man, he loves his wife.
Well, I mean,
He's
a
not
good.
getting out the hot glue gun and doing shit with her.
I mean, you're talking about a bad marriage here. These are the kind of marriages that don't last.
Well, no,
because they're-
some of these marriages do last.
Well,
This is the average marriage.
No, they last in like a bad way though. Right?
Yeah.
These are people who you see them at a restaurant and they don't have anything to talk about because
Right.
they ran out of shit to talk about 10 years ago. So
I would be a good
they're just
husband.
like staring at each other. Well, clearly you're not. 'Cause you want a wife who doesn't have like an interior life.
Well, I need a wife that can come along for the ride with me.
Yeah, that's not going to be a good marriage.
You don't
you're not.
think?
Yeah, you're not. There's no person who has no autonomy. No, like
Maybe if she was like made YouTube videos, then we could work together.
she would have to be a comedian who is
Yeah.
opening for you.
Nah, she'd have to be like a YouTuber because it'll never work a comedian opening
YouTuber
for
is
me.
not coming with you on the road.
Why? She
She's
can
got
make
shit to-
content.
Oh, she's got shit to do. Do you want to go on the? You reverse the roles and think about how you would feel.
Yeah.
That's exactly how this girl is going to feel. Why the fuck am I in a hotel room
right.
in Indianapolis? It's like I could be doing something else with my life. It's
We
like-
really picked a lonely job, man.
Well, yeah, you need a girl who's actually like, she's got her own stuff to do, but not in like a she's gonna leave you way, but in a way of like, oh, she's got into gardening. She likes riding a mountain bike or something.
Well, I see why some of these guys that get real big, they bring like 5 openers. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, you
know.
just need buddies.
yeah.
Even if it's not your wife, you just need somebody who you know. Who's like,
Yeah.
somebody to keep you grounded.
You need some friends at least. Because doing
Tour
this shit
bus.
100% alone, like when you drive to the gig. Dude, I've had times I drove 19 hours myself to gigs.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, dude, it's just cement, hotel, another gig. You're just off the sides of freeways.
There's no way there's no like you're not gonna meet a girl who's gonna want to just tag along.
Yeah, you're right.
That is not that is not a good lifestyle to tag along for.
It's really not.
It's got to be a situation where you're supporting her, and like she really needs the money.
Yeah. You got to find a girl on dope.
Shit's tough.
No
Yeah.
education.
Well, she just got out of a situation where like, oh, this guy's at least got a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least the air conditioning is nice here.
Yeah, well, my last place didn't have drywall, so
Yeah, all right.
I'm cool with
Yeah,
this.
this guy's got hot water and cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I need to get a girl with a lack of education, goals, and ambition. You think that would be, that's a hard thing to find. All these girls got drive. They
well,
want to
I
do
mean, like
shit.
you still want to. She's still gonna want to see you in person.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do via FaceTime.
Right.
People think that I'll be able to stay in touch, but it's like that. There's more to it than that. There's you still got to be eye to eye.
I always thought it'd be cool to date a girl that does hair like for a living out of the kitchen.
Yep.
I could like maybe open up a little breast strip dinner place out the
Well,
side.
girls who do hair at home, they always need like an investor.
Yeah.
They're always like trying to buy a new chair or something.
Right.
Or there's some like they're trying to get some like purple lights to put in the background.
Yeah.
And it's like at least see, but that kind of relationship, it's not even like. At least you're working together on something.
Right.
There's a common goal. It's not just, hey, I got to go to this place. Follow me around for a while. It's like, nah, you're going to lose your mind.
Yeah. No, I date a girl that I would do that. Date a girl, get a little room out back for her.
Yeah, she's got some ambition. She wants to do makeup or something.
Dude, people that do hair make money. You know, it's like $300 to install some hair.
You got to meet one of those girls who does veneers.
Dude, that's getting deep. I mean, you can't even do that in the back of a house.
I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. That's where all this stuff's happening. But
Wow.
I'm pretty sure like those are the kind of girls they always need an investor.
Yeah.
Up front, there's like a big, you got to put a lot of money in up front, and you get it back.
How would you even start a veneer business from the house? I mean, you think that?
YouTube, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you look it up. I think you just got to order. It's like a kit that comes from Turkey or something.
I bet it's only about 10,000.
Yeah, but it's like the kind of gig where it's like, no, this shit's got to be cash.
Yeah.
You're meeting a guy in a parking lot, and he's handing you a bag.
Yeah.
It's like, here's some teeth.
I'd be one of these guys that just has a big knot on them. Like, you
Yeah.
see those guys?
Yep.
And it's like, they just got that fat knot. Then you're in charge. Nobody can tell you nothing.
Yeah. It's got $4,000 on him all the
Yeah,
time.
you just pull that fucking knot out.
Yep.
It's like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what you need.
Your girl's doing hair. You're like, well, tell me, what do you need, baby?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? You got to crack them jokes.
Yeah. Well, you need a girl who's like, like we're talking about like excitement and like mental stimuli. You need a girl who like, we're gonna fight another couple
Yeah.
at like a Waffle House. You take her, I'll take him.
I always fall for the girls where it's drama. They're mad. They're
Yeah.
moody.
Yeah.
They'll get upset over you won't even know why they're mad.
Yeah.
They're always asking you for $100.
They're always calling their mother.
They're like, just till tomorrow. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go scrap some metal.
Yeah.
For some reason, dude, there was this one girl. She used to scrap metal, and dude, I loved her.
Wow. Like copper wiring and
And
shit.
she just had a pickup truck, and she'd drive around and pick up metal and shit.
Wow. That's not a bad life, I guess.
No, and she was always like dirty, and just something about it was hot.
Well, it's a girl who knows how to hustle.
Yeah, she would babysit.
Ambitious.
She breastfed other people's kids.
Wow.
I never knew that. Did you know the milk kind of stays in there?
Yeah, I think it's like a gradual, like it doesn't stay there forever. But yeah,
I don't know, because
your body is designed to produce milk for a few years after you have a kid.
like these people get mad at their parents for maybe being late to the soccer game, but it's like if you really knew what your parents did when you were a baby,
Oh my god.
it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Your neighbor breastfed you once, Jimmy. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you knew what it was like to give birth and shit.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we all owe our parents quite a bit.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And working, like, that's why I think I've never had kids. I'm too greedy. I'd be like, dude, well, I got to go buy them sneakers now.
Right. Well, I think like all this stuff you're talking about, once you actually have kids, there's a direction towards it. If you had a wife back home and she's got a baby you're both taking care of, and it's like, now I got to go on the road. I'm not even, then you're going on the road for a reason. You're not just going on the road just to do it.
Yeah, I really respect those moms that always gets their kid's hair faded up. Because it's like nobody cares. The kid's 5.
Yeah.
But he's got the sickest fade ever
Yeah.
always. She's dropping like $40 every 2 weeks.
Well, especially you see the kid whose clothes actually fit.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause when I was a kid, all my clothes were either too big or too small.
Right.
It's always a hand-me-down or something. But when you actually see like a kid wearing a suit, and the suit is like tailored to
Right.
their little arms and shit.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
It's like that's a good parent.
Yeah. This kid knows what it's like to put on a good suit.
Yeah, they got the nice shoes,
Yeah.
But those are the kids that will be all that little stuff, but then they won't have no college fund put away, or when they won't get their driver's license till like 24.
Yeah.
But they'll always have them nice jeans.
Yeah. Well, any women out there who are looking to tag along with Dom on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, go out to. You could catch him in Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, I mean, tell me what girl wouldn't like that though? I mean, if I'm doing
Most
theaters,
girls
but
wouldn't
if
like that.
you're talking our level. But what about if I'm doing theaters with tons of people? There's money getting thrown around.
Oh, what? Imagine watching somebody do an act one night in front of 1,000 people, 2,000 people. And the next night, it's stand-up comedy. It's basically the same act.
They're not watching. I've had girls hang out with me, dude. They're watching you 3 times.
Exactly. It loses its magic.
But they'll go do something else in the city.
That's not what. How's that fun for them though?
Yeah,
It's not
it's a
fun.
free ride.
If we live in New York City, they're making some girl go out to fucking Indianapolis,
Yeah.
go to Topeka, Kansas for
And
what?
well, I can't. It can't be a New Yorker. You know what I really want? I'll be honest with you. I want an Alabama girl. You ever meet these girls in Alabama?
Well, girls from Alabama want to go home. You know, they got shit to do back home.
Yeah, they got them
taking her
pigs
out.
and
You're in
stuff.
Chicago. She's thinking about her horses. She's got it like, no, why are we in this city? We should go. I want to go fishing.
See, our type of lifestyle, it's fun for them for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, what you need, like I'm always saying, you got to get one of these girls from the DR,
Yeah,
from the Bahamas somewhere.
yeah, you're right.
This girl's trying to get out. She's sick of these guys, all these guys in the city with their scooters.
Right.
She wants to place, a guy with a regular car and air conditioning, someone from the Philippines.
And over there, these girls, they understand. You get them over to America, it's like I'm gonna treat them better than they're getting treated over there. They're over there.
You want a girl from the Philippines who's like, she's secretly sending money home to her dad or something.
Well, you see these girls in DR and stuff. These guys, man, they're the real masculine type.
Yeah.
They're like cheating. They're just blatant about it. You know,
Yeah.
they don't even care. They just
It's just hot.
Yeah, they're just getting you pregnant and
It's
leaving.
all hot outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get a girl who's like family oriented though. One of these like, she grew up in a poor country and she lives with like 10 of her cousins.
Yeah,
That's when it's like, this is a good person. She doesn't have her own like Instagram ambitions. She's
What I
just
like-
like, taking care of people.
when you hang out with these girls that grew up in like Venezuela or DR, like they make fun out of nothing. Like if it's raining, they're gonna go outside and have a blast. They're
Yeah.
running around.
They're dancing.
Yeah, or
Little
like
kids and shit.
you know those little games when you walk a lot, like don't split the pole. That's some fun.
Yeah,
They punch you every time they see a red car.
It's some little kid shit.
Yeah, but that's how you have fun when you don't got nothing.
Well, it's the type of people who are like, they dance with their grandmother
Yeah,
every night. Yeah. Good girl.
you need it. We lost all those family values.
Yeah, that's what they got. Well, I mean, like, I don't know how long that girl is also going to want to tag along with you.
Yeah, I mean, ideally,
She's just happy to get out of the house, I guess.
Ideally, I'd have a nice house in Ohio near my family, and I would just shoot out for a Friday, Saturday, and maybe every other one I might bring her.
I don't know. Yeah, this girl is going to have a lot of time in her hands.
Some of those guys, man, you got to know. That's that sin. You got to know when to say no. Like you want to make the money when it's coming in, but you got to also be like, hey, listen, I'm not working my whole life away.
I mean, yeah, I guess. You got to get that money, though.
Yeah.
Trying to keep this girl in nice clothing.
Well, she's doing hair on the side. She's making money. I could take some time off.
Yeah.
I always like those girls that always just know how to get money from the government.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these girls are like, no, that's your money. And it'll be something you never even knew about. I never knew about none of that shit.
It's like the START program.
Yeah.
Some like acronym. Oh, you don't got the START check?
Yeah, dude, it is.
Once you apply, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go down there.
You got to give them a blood sample.
That's your money.
Right.
It's like $800 a week.
Yeah. Well, everybody out there, the episodes are getting short. I apologize. It's hot outside, so we're doing our best.
People notice, too. I had another person hit me up on the Patreon, so that's a total of 3 people. And didn't one person inbox you?
That's probably the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll compare.
Henry?
I don't know. But, yeah, each of those guys pays us about $2,000.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we can
Here
make
goes
some
one thing. I know a lot of people ask me to say their name on the podcast. I don't know what that's going to do for you.
Yeah, believe me, it doesn't feel like much. Yeah. But
So-
yeah, I mean, everybody out there, Check out Dom in Turks and Caicos. Then he's back in New York. He's back in Turks.
Yep, I'll be down at Nana's eating catfish rice